Hi, my name is Brad Rickard. I'm the worship pastor at NeboCrossing.com. This is a video to kind of talk about a problem that we've had in churches for a long time. As long as I can remember, I've attended churches where there's drums, and drums always brings with it the issue of volume, overall volume in the mix, and kind of drowning other things out. Sound guy will just turn it down all the way because it's loud enough in the room. There's a lot of issues. We build plexiglass buildings, you know, to put the drummer in, and you can't see in there. It's all dark. The drummer feels isolated. The band feels isolated from the drummer. There's all sorts of communication issues when you're trying to talk through the glass. Basically, the drummer just has to come out to have a conversation. Technology has made it possible for us to basically have a real drum kit on stage now with very, very low stage volume. This is just a generic drum set, but it's a real drum set and has Remo SilentStroke mesh heads. The drum set is also outfitted with Zildjian Gen 16 acoustic electric cymbals. I've also installed on this kit recently some internal triggers. So what we're going to do is just kind of play the kit. You can hear what it sounds like unplugged. You can hear what it sounds like plugged in. One other difference that I need to mention before I get started, this is actually a real acoustic cymbal, and it's a hand-hammered HH Manhattan Crash. I'm going to use this just as kind of a comparison so you can hear the difference between the two. This one's actually on the kit right now just because the one that we had on the kit, the sensor actually snapped off, so we have to order a sensor. They're only about 30 bucks on eBay. When you hit them enough times and they spin around, eventually that thing can break. So anyway, this cymbal is actually different than the Zildjian Gen 16 cymbal. This is Zildjian's Low Volume series, the L Low Volume 80 series. These are great because you can buy a whole set of these for $299, and then you can go to eBay or something and just pick up the Zildjian AE unit. And of course, you have to have all the cables and stuff, so you have to figure out how you can do all that affordably. But these cymbals are very, very cheap. The only thing that I think I want to add to this cymbal is that it kind of decays really, really fast. Doesn't sound like a true crash, really. So what needs to happen is I need to get one of those sizzle strips, the little beads that hang over the cymbal, that will allow it to kind of resonate for longer and have more of a sustain like a crash should. So anyway, but these are great cymbals. The ride sounds great. The hi-hat sounds great in this series. I don't have those, but I've heard them on other videos. So anyway, without further ado, let's play the kit unplugged so you can kind of hear what it sounds like in the room. Okay, so you can hear that the drum set is real. It's just basically sounds like a practice kit right now, but it has tone. The snares are reacting when you strike the snare. The toms have tone to them. And this is not something you can say if you take a V-drum kit and you unplug it. It's going to sound like you're hitting a bunch of paper or plastic or something. So to me, this is the superior way to have a real drum kit on stage and not be creating sound issues, and a drum set that doesn't have to be separated from the rest of the band, you know, by a piece of plexiglass and be damaging his own hearing. I mean, there's solutions to that. You wear earplugs, or the drummer wears in-ear monitors or headphones, but in this scenario, I can actually communicate. If I need to talk to the bass player, I can actually have a conversation because stage volume's not so loud that I can't. So it's liberating, really, and we've had a lot of success with it so far. So now what I want to do is I want you to be able to hear what it sounds like plugged in. So I'm going to turn on the Yamaha DTX drum module. This is just an electronic drum module. It's actually one of the cheapest ones. I like it because you can use an iPad with it to actually have a little bit better user interface. And then the Gen 16 acoustic electric AE module. Basically these aren't cymbal triggers. These are actual, well, these are actually cymbals. They just have basically a pickup, an electronic pickup underneath. So it's basically taking the sound that's captured by the pickup and applying some DSP, some digital signal processing to that, and you can choose all kinds of different sounds that are modeled for you in the AE module. So anyway, now that I have it turned on, let's actually play the kit and kind of compare it with the unplugged sound. Okay, so you can kind of, I know the actual kit, you're still getting a lot of stage noise in the mic, the speakers. I'm actually going to reposition the camera here in a moment so that you can actually hear it from the room where it sounds the best. But you can tell that there's a lot of possibilities here. One more thing I want to show you before we reposition the camera is that the difference, just the sheer difference in volume, stage volume, between a real cymbal and a real cymbal, just one that has been riddled with thousands of holes and is designed to be low volume. So we're going to crash the Zildjian Gen 16 18-inch crash that I have here, and then also the hand-hammered HH Manhattan crash by Sabian. Okay, that actually had a little bit of room volume in it, so I'm going to turn the AE module back off, and we're just going to get the true on-stage volume. And now the Sabian hand-hammered crash. And actually this crash is, this is actually a really thin crash, decays really, really fast. It's a jazz style crash. A lot warmer, not nearly as brilliant as most of the cheaper crashes that you buy. And still you can tell how much louder this crash is. So now let's reposition the camera. You can hear the difference between the plugged in and unplugged sound in the house.